So I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Tina and Anderson Show. I think we are on episode 28. So thank you guys for still sticking with us and still continue to support and watch us as we try to grow this tiny little blip of a channel in the YouTube universe. But we do appreciate it. We do get some messages from people and comments and you know, some positive comments about what we're doing. We appreciate it. We do get some negative ones, but you know, it's a par for the course. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're a married couple. This is my wife Tina, and I'm Anderson, and we've been married for 22 years this September. And we talk about feminism and how we are against it and against the red pill, and how we believe that traditional marriage is the best way to live your marriage because we live it and we feel like it's the best. That's our opinion.
So marriage,
and we know a lot of people. Yes.
Faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we know a lot of people disagree, but that's okay. We don't have to agree.
Traditional gender roles.
Yes.
All the stuff that seems to trigger so many.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why our marriage triggers so many other people.
I think a lot of marriages.
Nobody other marriage triggers me. Does anybody else's marriage trigger you? I could care less. No.
No, we're just here living our lives. And this is just stuff we talk about anyways. So we just decided why not talk about it as a podcast form and just see what happens. So yeah, we're learning as we go. So yeah, today we got quite a few things we're gonna go through. So one of the first things that I wanted to go through. So I've been reading this book called "How a Husband Speaks." Oh, here we go.
You're holding it off camera.
How a Husband Speaks by R.G. Frederick, and it's a very good book. It's not about like saying like, hey, say it this way. These are the words you say it. It's basically that does help you understand your wife, helps understand a better way to communicate, how to diffuse arguments, and basically how to live your life in a biblical way. There's a lot of Bible verses in there that definitely helps, and just a lot of practical ways of just how to communicate. But one of the things that I wanted to go over that I found really interesting. So I went into this section, and it talks about. Let's see here. I think did I have it open on the right page? I think I did. Oh yeah, right here. So it has the common manipulation tactics. So it talks about 4 common manipulation tactics. So I'm going to list all 4. The four are triangulation, not strangulation, triangulation, right? And then the second one is moving the goalposts, gaslighting, also dismissiveness. All right, that's 4. I think there was 5. Oh no, 5, 6, 7 of them.
Well,
I don't know why I thought it was 4.
What does it say at the beginning?
No. Well, I said 4.
Oh.
It just says common manipulation tactics. There's 7, not 4. My fault.
The words are not wording.
Dismissiveness, projection, treating like a child, and the silent treatment.
Stonewalling. Oh, I hate that one.
So triangulation, it says here, the kind of manipulation happens in order to make a case. One spouse cites friends, coworkers, or other biased references to add credibility and social pressure favoring their side of an issue. So basically,
so like
so Mike,
comparison?
Mike was saying that like you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
So why are you doing this?
So now we're bringing other people basically
Yeah.
into our marriage or into the scenario that's within our marriage, and then using that as like a weapon. But it's also
Yeah.
doing comparison too.
Yeah.
Like when you're inviting other people into your and being like, oh, well, Sarah says that she doesn't do it that way and it doesn't work the other way. So
Yeah.
it's like, don't compare your marriage to other people's marriages. This is why it's so toxic.
Well, it seemed what I think they're saying. What I think the book is saying here too is that you're bringing somebody else into our argument, and this
Yeah.
person's on your side. So
Right.
now it's me
So now
against
it's
two.
3 people.
And now it's me
Yeah.
fighting my wife and her friend,
Right.
which is like,
Wait a
be like,
minute.
when did this happen?
Wait a
I
minute.
thought it was just between you and me. Now it's between you, me, and your friend.
Right. Because your friend said.
Right. So yeah, I mean that's definitely a big no-no because we've talked in the past about you want people that are for your marriage. So if there's somebody I'm going to talk to about my marriage, it's somebody that basically going to make me reflect and be like, well, look up within yourself, try to do the best you can in hopes that she will respond in kind.
Someone
You
that
know?
wants your marriage
Yeah.
to succeed.
Because it's not about winning the argument. It's about, solving the problem together. Because it's always the wife and the spouse versus the problem, not the problem being the referee and see who wins. Like, hey, I'm the problem. Which one are you going to solve and be right?
Yeah.
know?
Then you're in competition,
Yeah.
which is also very bad.
Yeah.
Why would you ever compete with your spouse?
Well,
Ever?
naturally, that's how we would want to be. If there's a problem, naturally we want to be right.
Right.
We
want to be the one
nature.
to solve it too. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we had a problem and I fixed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's natural. We want to be like, we want to win the fight, but we have to really look at it and be like, listen, if like I win the fight, that's bad for the marriage. If she wins the fight, bad for the marriage.
Yeah,
know?
you should never want an actual loser
Right.
in a scenario because you love the other person in the scenario. So why would you want to see them as a loser?
Yeah.
The one who lost. Like, so that's why they say, like, if you're competing with each other, you both lose.
Right.
If there's a winner, you both lose.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So that's what. So let's
triangulation.
Yeah, triangulate. Never heard of that term. So that's a good
Yeah.
one. This one, moving the goalposts. I mean, this one,
That one could be
You see
very
this.
damaging.
you see this in debates.
Yeah, like
You
just
see
keep
this
moving
in,
the goalposts.
You see this in politics. You see this a lot,
Yeah.
but it's definitely in marriage, moving the goalposts. Where if there was something, let's say you were mad at me for not putting a certain effort in something. Maybe I wasn't taking out the trash out on Thursday nights for the Friday morning pickup. Say I wasn't doing that, and you were getting really, really upset with me, and then I said, okay, I got to start doing that. I got to start putting out the trash. I put out the trash Friday because I leave for work early in the morning, around 6 o'clock. I leave for work, so if I bring out the trash Friday morning before trash pickup, trash didn't come for another 2 or 3 hours. I do it in the morning. Then you're like, okay. Then I say, hey, I started bringing out the trash, but you're like, yeah, but I want you to bring it out Thursday night, not Friday. So instead of saying like, at first you just said, I want you to take out the trash. That's all I want you to do. And I start doing that. And then you're like, no, I want you to do it Thursday night. That's like moving the goalpost.
Yeah, it's making reaching some sort of goal
Yeah.
literally impossible. Like
Yeah.
you're never going to reach her goal ever.
Yeah.
Because she keeps on moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
And then that means that she's always unhappy because to
Yeah.
her, you never do what I ask you to do.
Right.
Meanwhile, you did it, but she's the one who changed the goalposts.
Right.
And you're still not meeting, like what she said she wanted. You're still not doing it.
Right. There was
That's gotta be frustrating.
yeah, there was this Reddit story where this woman, she asked her husband for divorce. I mean, it happens a lot. You hear a lot of these stories where a woman asks for her husband for a divorce. And you see it on, I've seen it on Reddit stories. I've seen it on TikTok. She asked her husband for a divorce and he's blindsided and he's like, oh my God, what happened? What can I do? And then she tells him, right then and there. She could have told him many times before.
5 years ago,
many
10
times
years
before,
ago,
but she
I'm
was
not
hoping,
happy.
but she was hoping he would see the signs, and he never did because men don't read minds like that. And so she told him, and then he's like, "Well, let me work on this stuff." So she tells him what it was that bothered her about the marriage, and he decides, okay,
I
want to work on it. And then she moves the goalpost and be like, well, no, it's too late.
There's no pleasing somebody like that.
Right. Because
and that's why that's got to be the person that everybody says to them, you're never happy.
Yeah.
You're never happy. That's got to be like the wife who's always hearing that from her husband.
Right.
You're never happy.
Right.
Like,
yeah. And it's crazy how, so there was this Reddit story where this man, he posted about it and he said, look, my marriage is ending. And he says, it was this and this. He took total accountability, but he wants his wife back. He wants to fix the marriage. He wants to be better. And you see comments from all these women saying, I was your wife. I was her. And I don't blame her. You meant right when it's time for divorce, that's when you want to fix yourself.
Well, it's because he was blindsided. You never talked to him. He's not a mind reader, and you never told him, like, I have a problem with such and such.
Right. I think, you know what I think? I think it's like they have it in their head that he's like, oh, I'll fix it. And then when everything's fixed and everything goes back to normal, you're married, you're in a routine, you're like, okay, now I can go back into my own ways because I got her back. It's like they have it in their head that that's how it's going to be.
I think that, I'm not going to sit here and speak for all women here, but I feel like so many women think that men are like devious.
Yeah.
Like there's some underlying like plan here. And it's like, no. So then they always are in like fight or flight mode with them when like they don't have to be. Your husband should be the one that you completely trust. He's supposed to lead the family,
right?
And you're supposed to be able to, trust him with that role. And it's like so many women think that like their husbands are just like, they have some like devious underlying plan that it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Yeah, most men are not like that. Are there men like that? Yeah, they're
probably.
There's just a handful.
Yeah.
But most men, we're not like that.
Like there's some plan to get you locked in.
Yeah,
and then just like screw you again.
For us men, it's either this or this.
It's not complicated.
It's not
at
like,
all.
well, how can I manipulate her into this? Like, most men are not like that. Very few men are like that. So yeah, that's moving the goalposts. That's definitely not good. So, all right, this one is a major one, which a lot of people talk about.
Which is
gaslighting.
Ooh.
I mean, this can happen. This can happen at work. This
your
can
boss.
Your boss. It can happen amongst your friends. It can happen in politics. It can happen at church. But it definitely can happen
within families.
So it says here, gaslighting invalidates individuals and arguments by making the other person question their memory, identity, or reality itself. Like, say, for example, gaslighting phrases include, you're overreacting, you're imagining this, I never said that, it's not a big deal, or I only did that because I love you.
Manipulative. Very manipulative.
So these are not good, because if your spouse, all right, let me speak to the men. If your wife is upset about something, that's when you got to listen. and be like, all right, what is it that is upsetting you? Because a lot of times in our minds, we might think it's ridiculous. In our minds, we might be thinking, you're upset about that. But to her, it's major. Major. And we have to be sensitive to that because we have to show her we care because we're her husband and she should trust us. And that way, and that's one of the ways we can get more respect from our wives, just by listening to her and talking it out. Even if we think it's ridiculous, we have to be like, all right, what can I do to help you so you cannot feel this way? And that's it. And just work on it. Because we just have different brains. We react to things a lot different.
Yeah. I think like one of the worst things, and like we literally figured this out in marriage therapy, is that like one of the worst things you can do in your marriage is tell your spouse how they feel. Like there's nothing more frustrating, and that's totally gaslighting, because then it makes them think like, well, wait a minute, how I said I felt like this, but maybe I don't. And then like it makes you question like your reality when like you know how you feel. I used to do this to him all the time. He would say, I'm not mad at you. And I would literally say, yes, you are.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Like, because I'm convinced that he is mad at me. So like he'll say, I'm not mad at you. And I'll say, yes, you are. So I'm literally telling him how he feels. And like, that is so frustrating. And then it turns into like a circular argument. You just go round and round and round and round, and there's literally no end.
Yeah, and then she'll keep saying it. Then I'll be like, okay, now I am mad at you.
I know, but now I'm mad.
Yeah.
And then I say, oh, now you're mad at me because I'm mad at you. Like, it's like this literal, it's this terrible circle that you can get stuck in. That's why I'm saying like the gaslighting is like one of the worst, because like you're making your spouse like question their reality.
Right.
Like, they know how they feel. They live in their body. And then you're telling them that is not how you feel. You feel like this. And then they're like, I do? Hold on.
Like, yeah, so I would, ladies, if we tell you that we're not mad, believe us. But I'll also say to the men, I would add something like, I would say, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the situation, or I'm frustrated. Or I'm frustrated that this happened at work. I just need some time. Like if you come home and you're upset,
just explain
because
yourself.
Something happened at work.
Yeah.
And she sees like you're in a mood, like, oh my God, are you mad at me? Just like, I'm not mad at you. Something happened at work. I just need to decompress. I'm home and I just need to like, I need some space. And then that's it.
The explaining from a man for the wife is literally a game changer. Yeah. It was for us, because he would never give any details. And I don't know, maybe he would just, go into the bedroom or whatever. So then that's the stonewalling. Yeah. So then it's like we've got the gaslighting and the stonewalling happening in the same situation. Right. But it's like, if all he said was, I had a really bad day at work, just give me a second. Like, literal game changer. To literally just explain. Just explain. Because we do. We think that like, what did I do? Like if you come home upset or whatever, I'm like probably looking back in my texts like, oh God, what did I say to him? Yeah. He's mad. I must have texted him and I said it the wrong way or something, like we automatically think like, oh, I definitely did something he's mad about. Meanwhile, he just spent 12 hours at work. Obviously it was work, but it's like the first thing that goes to our head is like, oh God, what did I do? He's mad at me again. Like, but it's just like that little explanation just literally changes the game.
Yeah, it does.
Because it puts my mind at ease.
Yeah.
And I can just go, all right, well, it's not me. I didn't do anything.
It's the kids.
It's It's work.
But a lot of times,
All right.
a lot of times, people don't realize they're gaslighting. A lot of times, they don't realize they're doing that. It's just like a knee-jerk reaction, and they might say these things. Like I said, one of the phrases here, like,
You're
overreacting. Because, like, to me, it might not be a huge deal at all. I might be like, why would you be upset about that? It's not a big deal. But to her, it is.
It is a big
And we have
yeah.
to be sensitive to that and just be like, okay, and just explain why we feel it's not. Like, look, I don't think it's a big deal
Let
because
me
of
tell you
this, and
why.
this.
Yeah.
I understand you feel that way. I understand it could be a little scary, but it isn't. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. I'm handling it. This is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And to say I never said that, it's like, if you did, own up to it. I mean, that's a knee jerk reaction. I never said that. Like, to be defensive, right? You want to be defensive. Like, I never said that.
I never said that. That wasn't me.
That's
Yeah.
like that's like a knee jerk reaction. Then you have to really be like, okay, yeah, I did say that.
Or like, maybe I did say that. Like, I need to think about. I can't remember right now when I said that, but give me a second. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Like, some people can't think on the spot like that, and it
Right.
might have been from 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean,
like
husband-
you didn't remember, but like, let me explain when you said it. Let me explain.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, husband or wife, just be like, look, if I said I'm sorry, I did not mean that. It's not what I meant.
Yeah.
But it's definitely good to take ownership, because if you do, that trust won't be broken. You can trust to communicate with each other and know that you'll be telling each other the truth. I know I'll get the truth from her. She knows she'll get the truth from me. Mm-hmm. Because if you're gaslighting and then they find the truth, they'll be like, why would you lie to me? Why would you do that? And it's not a good thing, and it just makes the marriage worse. And then the next one, sorry, it's my phone.
There goes the phone. I knew something. That's why I was like moving stuff over here.
All
I'm
right.
like, something's gonna fall off.
All right, so what was it? We're on the fourth one? Yeah, we're on the fourth one. The fourth
Whatever.
one is dismissiveness. So a dismissive spouse will seek to undercut the other person's assertion or accomplishments by invalidating them through disingenuous argumentation. So,
Big
for
words.
example, including telling your wife she's just upset because she's hungry or tired, or nitpicking an argument and invalidating it because a word was used imprecisely or incorrectly. Yeah. So, I wouldn't. Again, it goes back to like gaslighting too. Like, you can gaslight and be dismissive. Be like, you're overreacting. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, seek to undercut the other person's assertion.
So
or
she's upset.
accomplishments.
Like, for example, if
Or like, is that like if she's like basically like, oh, look at this big accomplishment, and then like her husband goes like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal,
yeah,
and you're
that's
like,
really,
okay, now I feel this big.
yeah, you definitely gotta praise each other, because I mean, exactly.
Do the opposite. You should be praising
Like,
each other,
if she
compliment each other.
All right, us guys, when it comes to like window boxes and flowers, the garden,
Guys don't care.
we're not into that, right?
Most.
But our wives, they are into that. They like to make the home look nice, putting flowers, and she's proud of herself. She worked in the hot sun, planting these flowers and making the home look very nice. So when I come home, she wants to show me, oh, what do you think of the flowers? And if I'm like, okay,
Yeah, like
I just dismiss
what
all
do
that
you
hard
want?
work.
What do
Like,
you want, a trophy?
like all that hard work that she did, I'm telling her, I don't care.
yeah.
I really don't care what you did.
You just like mentally beat her up.
But like for me, even though it's not anything that I would put any effort in, like I know she put that, and it does look nice, and and I'm like, yeah, it looks nice. I don't have to.
Yeah.
Just like some of these TikTok videos, I don't have to go with a blowhorn around the neighborhood. My wife put in flowers in the window. It looks amazing. Everybody come look.
Or like the video of when she shows her
Nails,
nails,
yeah.
and he like flips
Yeah.
out. Like, this is how my wife wants me
Right.
to react.
So yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just like things like that. And when she ran her own little business for a while, I supported her. I wasn't dismissive about it. You know, it's something she wanted to do and try out. So I definitely backed her up. So it's like you gotta it's the same thing with husbands too. You definitely gotta back each other up, and whatever it is, if it's a hobby or if it's a small little passion project, you definitely gotta show praise for each other and just show each other that you're proud of each other. And to just be dismissive,
Yeah.
it just shows, like, you know, it makes your spouse feels that you don't really care about them.
I would assume that if you have like a spouse who always reacts like that, like, you know, with all the stuff that like maybe just I've done for the house, like I probably would have stopped. Like being
Yeah.
like, oh, did you see that I finished the flower boxes today? Did you see? Like, I probably would have stopped, because you're going to be like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, so eventually that's like going to even, you know, like, you're not even going to get a compliment,
Right.
and he's just going to be dismissive.
Yeah. I mean, for me,
So eventually you're going to stop being proud of your own stuff even.
Right.
And then what does that mean? You're going to stop doing that stuff because nobody even notices it,
right.
you know? So
Well, I mean, for me, it's like, you know, even though, I mean, when I look at the house, I look at it at a different lens than her. She'll look at it and be like, oh my God, look at these flowers. They're blooming. Oh my God. And for me, I'm like, my house is still standing.
we got to take that tree down and that
Like,
tree
that's
down
how I
and
look
that
at it,
tree
right?
down.
I noticed the flowers and I noticed the work she did. I mean, I built a huge flower box in the front for her because I knew she would like that. And, you know, you just got to appreciate the hard work she did. That's it. Even though you might not see the beauty in the flowers like she does. I'm not saying we don't see it, that it's beautiful. It does look nice, but I'm saying it doesn't. You probably see it as an art, like work of art, where I would just see it. It's flowers, right?
It's flowers.
So, but you gotta appreciate the
you
work.
know what they say, like the wife makes it a home.
Yeah. So you got. So
You know?
I see it as her hard work. She worked hard to do this. You know, I got a wife that works hard to make the house look nice, and not a wife that sits home and eat bonbons and watch soap operas all day and does nothing.
I hate soap operas.
You know. All right. So, this other one, it happened. You see this again. You see this everywhere. Projection. Projection, man.
It's
So
like,
this.
dude, that's what you're doing,
Yeah.
so you're projecting it onto them.
So projection is one person's attributes their own feelings or desires to the other person as a means of masking or distracting from their own similar feelings. You know, for example, it's like if I'm like mad, I'm like, you're mad. But I'm the one that's mad. But I'm saying she's mad.
He's trying to distract from the fact
Yeah.
that he's mad and then put the blame on me,
Yeah.
you know, and then the focus on me.
Right. So here it says examples include one spouse blaming the other for being too worried about money when they're the one who is typically first to fear lack. So it's like if you have a fear of having no money, and then, or if I have a fear of having no money, right? But I'm always telling her, I'm like, oh, you're always fearful that we have no money, but it's me, I'm the one, right? Or the habitually critical wife who constantly feels judged by her friends. Another example is a husband who obsesses about his wife's faithfulness, which can materialize as jealousy or distrust, while he secretly uses pornography and frequently flirts with women at work.
Yeah, so it can even be that serious.
Yeah.
Like you're the one accusing of cheating when like you're the one cheating.
Yeah.
It's to literally take the focus off of you and put it on the other person so you won't be found out.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's
And
why
that's
that is so
terrible.
toxic.
And that's terrible, especially if your spouse is innocent in all of these things, and you're accusing them.
They're probably
of this?
going crazy. Like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? I don't ever do that, or I don't ever think like that.
Yeah.
Or I've never shown him that I feel like that, or blah blah blah. Why does he think like that? They're probably like racking their brain.
Yeah.
Like that can drive somebody like insane.
Yeah, this is why we explained before when we went to a marriage conference. They told us put a circle around yourself, and when it comes through this whole conference,
Stay there.
yeah, we don't want stay in your circle. We don't want to see people going like, see, you do this. You know,
Like
they didn't want to see
nudging.
that, because if we worked on ourselves, that will help the marriage. Because if she sees me being better and if I see her being better, that definitely helps the marriage.
Yeah, like whatever the speakers were talking about, like the scenario that they were talking about, you need to be looking inward and be asking yourself, do I do that?
Yeah.
You know, instead of going, he does that.
But I know secretly in her mind, she's like, I really hope he's listening to this part.
I really hope he's
I really hope,
listening.
because this is him.
This is a struggle.
I know that was going on. So yeah, projection, and that very terrible.
Yeah,
Now
bad.
treating like a child, right? This is actually a subcategory of gaslighting. So that specifically makes the other person question their own intellect or doubt their ability to handle responsibilities. For example, including throwing past divisions of labor in the other's face. Like, you can't even balance the checkbook. You know, how could you possibly know what our budget is?
Oh, like constantly knocking them down, like they're not smart enough to
Yeah.
be able to handle the adulting.
Oh man, that's a terrible thing to attack your spouse's intelligence or intellect or maturity. You know, I mean, to me, that would be a reflection on you. Like, if you think your spouse is childish, you married them. Why'd you marry a childish person?
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's even worse if you do that in front of people.
Oh yeah,
Like I'm assuming somebody who has a real problem with that is going to do it like at home. It's just, you know, them at home. They do it all the time to their spouse. They probably don't even realize they're doing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like when you're doing it like out in public, like
oh, the humiliation.
humiliation is like public humiliation is like, why? Like I said, you should always want good for your spouse.
Yeah.
So why would you want them to publicly look terrible? First off, your spouse is a reflection of you. So if you're like publicly telling people how stupid your spouse is, what does that say about you? First off. So it's like you shouldn't even be doing that in the first place, because you both lose.
Right.
But like doing it publicly is even worse.
Yeah.
Like in front of people.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, you know, if my wife wanted to, like, you wanted to help mow the lawn, right? And I'm not gonna be like, you don't know, you're not gonna know how to use a lawnmower.
I know.
When
how
all you
use
have
a
to do is
lawnmower.
just pull it.
Yeah, I know. Like it's just a string. Just you got to put gas in it. That's
Yeah,
I
you
mow the
know.
lawn all the time.
Yeah, so things like that. So, all right, the silent treatment. So this is like stonewalling, right? So the name says it all. It says while some time of quietness is healthy and natural to help husband or wife process their thoughts and feeling, the silent treatment is weaponized version of this. So
It's like a form of torture.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't describe it as any other way.
Yeah.
It's a form of torture.
because you don't know what they're thinking, you
No.
don't know what their next
And
move is going to be,
well-
you don't know if they're making a decision in their head.
Well, it's like, for me, it's like you're trying to solve something. Like, okay, we need to solve this problem. There's this problem and we need to solve it. And then he stonewalls you. And you're like, this is beyond frustrating because this is really important and we need to fix it. And we basically need to fix it like now,
Yeah.
you know, and you're getting nothing back. He won't talk to you. Maybe he even leaves.
Right.
You know, like leaves or goes into the bedroom, shuts the door. That's it. Absolutely horrible. horrible. You know, like you want to make a situation way, way, way worse, then do that.
Yeah.
It makes it way worse.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do the silent treatment. You definitely, if you need some time, just say, I need some time.
Again, game changer.
Yeah, I need some time. Just be like, let's talk about it tonight, or let's talk about it in the morning. You know, things like that. That way, you know, there's a game plan started.
But also, here's something that I used to do. Maybe it's because like at night you're sitting, maybe you're watching TV, the house is quiet, and like I'm thinking of stuff. And it's like I would want to deal with something right now. And it's like he's been at work all day. He's got to be up at 5 a.m. and I want to talk about it right now. So it's all like timing too.
Right.
And like use your logic. Should we start this conversation right now at 10 o'clock at night? Does this sound smart? Like,
Yeah.
probably not. I used to do this all the time to him. Like, I'd be like, oh, I need to talk to you about this. Meanwhile, he's literally about to go to bed.
Yeah.
And then,
Just wanna go to bed.
I would get mad at him because he doesn't want to talk about it. And I would get mad at him. So now I'm mad at him. And then there's probably going to be a fight another time. But it's just a really bad recipe.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Like-
where the communication comes.
Yeah,
Just
like-
let her know, like, hey, we're going to talk about this tomorrow.
And it's just
can't
like,
talk about it right now.
Yeah. So if I heard earlier on, like, listen, I really can't talk about this today. We will definitely address this again. I promise. Then like, I wouldn't have felt that I need to, like, it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm like, well, aren't we going to talk about this thing? Oh, you're just going to go to bed. Aren't we going to talk about this thing? And like, he'd be like, I can't even keep my eyes open. You know, like
I'm like, what were we
so
talking about?
It's almost like let's use your logic here. Like, no, we're not going to start this conversation now just because I'm going to have a hard time falling asleep if I don't talk about it now. But like, meanwhile, he can't talk about it now because he needs to go to sleep. So it's like a weird
Yeah, because you need your spouse to help you solve this problem. And if your
Yeah.
spouse is not
in the
able
mind
to do it
space,
at
yeah.
that moment, nothing's going to happen. You can't force it. You
You're
can't
just going
force
to get
it.
madder and madder and madder at the person.
So-
because you're just going to get a lot of
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
and
'Cause-
you're going to be like, you're
Hoping-
not even listening to me.
Because that's when a husband is hoping she would give up and and just leave him alone to
And-
go to bed.
Oh my God, I used to say that to you. I'd be like, you're just saying that stuff just so I'll shut up. And it's like, well, now I see, like, yeah, he should have been, because like we shouldn't have been dealing with it at 10 o'clock at night, and he's literally, his eyes are rolling in the back of his head like, oh my God, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like torturing him, like, let's have this deep conversation.
Yeah.
I just, like, man, when you look back on like how you used to handle things before you had like clarity, like, I can't believe that that's like how I thought I should handle it. And it's maturity too. It's being married for longer, being together for longer, understanding each other, and like, always learning about each other, that you look back and you go, I can't believe I thought that that's how we were supposed to handle that.
Now, I think you touched on a good point, because maturing, I mean, as you get older, you have to mature in your marriage. Right? Because our marriage
Amen.
has matured more than it did back in 2003 when we first said I do.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because
which-
we're not the same people.
So yeah, your marriage has to
You
grow, your
grow.
marriage has to mature, and people don't. They're using the same tactics they did when they were dating. But when you're maturing, you're dealing with marriage problems. You're not dealing with a couple who's dating problems.
Yeah,
So you got to
totally different.
mature into that,
Totally
and you got to learn and got to handle these problems as you grow, because the problems when you're in your 20s, young and married, is a lot different when you're in your 40s and with kids, and it's going to be a lot different when we're 70 and with grandkids.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a lot different. Marriage is going to look a lot different for us, because we'll be retired, we'll be older, in different relationships. It definitely, so you got to learn and mature. Your marriage has to mature and definitely grow as well.
That's why, it's said that, like, your marriage has to be glued together with much more than just love.
Yeah.
Because you fell in love with a person 30 years ago. That person you fell in love with is completely different now, and you're supposed to grow together.
Yeah.
And mature in marriage. And because like if you have just love, you fell in love with this person. Now fast forward 35 years. Do you think that person is exactly like the person that you married that you fell in love with 30 years ago? Like it needs much more than just love.
Right. Exactly. Amen to that. So we're going to move on to a couple of TikTok videos that we're going to review, and then we'll touch on our Reddit story, and then we'll end it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
It was the greatest mistake I made in my marriage. And if you're doing this, man, I beg you to stop now. Never frame your wife. Never put her in a portrait that is negative around your kids and your buddies and your coworkers, especially women. Frame your wife the way you want her to be not only treated, but the way that you want her to become. Watch your marriage change. Follow for more.
Yeah, definitely good advice, because you definitely don't want to. I see a lot of guys who treat their wife. I mean, not treat their wives. I mean, what I'm trying to say is talk bad about their wives. So there was this. So I have a coworker that I work with, and we used to work together with another company, and there was a person that worked there that would definitely talk bad about his wife, like all the time, like just say bad things about his wife. And then he brought his wife around to work and introduced her to all the coworkers, and all the coworkers automatically remembered all those bad things that he said about her. And not that they were like, now they dislike her. It's just like, this guy just brought his wife around people that he talks bad about his wife too.
Yeah. So you get like a certain kind of image of the person. It's just natural.
Right. And
if you're describing somebody like that, then you're going to naturally get a negative image in your head of the wife.
Well, they didn't have anything negative. They didn't think anything negative about her. They were just like, wow, this guy really talks bad about his wife. It's not like they were agreeing with him. But here's this poor woman going and meeting the people that he works with, not realizing
not knowing
that he talks bad about her to them all the time.
That's bad.
I mean, that's not it's not a good look. And to all the coworkers, it just, that marriage just looked bad. It just looked bad. Right. And you never want to do that.
Yeah, you're portraying an image.
Right. I mean, men will have pet peeves. We'll have pet peeves about our wives, like, oh yeah, your wife does this too. Yeah, my wife does this too. But you shouldn't go. You shouldn't talk to you guys at work and be like, oh my God, bro, my wife, she pissed me off this morning. She was doing this. I can't believe her. Like, yeah, it's not a good look. I mean, if I knew a guy that was doing that, I'd be like, bro, you look like a jerk. I mean,
you're making first off, you're making your marriage look horrible,
right?
Because you're saying your wife is just this horrible person, but meanwhile, you're the one talking smack about your own wife. So then you just go ahead and assume that these two people probably don't even love each other.
Yeah, even if what he was saying was valid, like, oh, she don't cook, this and that, even though it's valid, it's like, that's something you need to talk to your wife about, not us at work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Why aren't you talking to your wife?
And it goes the same with wives. If you're at work and you're bad mouthing your husband, and then you work with men, what things are gonna happen? Some guy's gonna move in and be like, "Yo, she hate her husband.
She's got a rocky marriage.
I might have a chance.
I might be able to move in."
Yeah. Right? It's just not a good look. It's just you definitely want to elevate your spouse. And
whenever you get a chance, man, whenever you get a chance. I remember watching a video that said that when you're talking bad about your spouse to other people, or like say you always go to like your, you know, one of your best friends or whatever to go vent about your husband, you will eventually forgive your husband. The friend will not. The friend's going to remember and then constantly be reminding the wife, well, don't forget, remember when he did this? You know, so it ends up being like she's just there to like poke your marriage whenever she can. Like, you got to remember, you're his, so eventually you're going to forgive him. You know, but you've just unloaded all this stuff that should have just stayed in your marriage. You unloaded all of this horrible, you know, you portrayed your husband as a terrible person to your friend. They're not going to forget that. You forgive, but they don't, and they lock it in the vault. And then they're going to constantly be reminding you how horrible your husband is.
And
like,
they think
don't forget the time that he did this.
They think they're being a good friend, but they're not.
But no, because like we've said, you should only be venting to people who are for your marriage, that are going to help you get through it, who know that like your husband's an awesome person, you have an incredible marriage, you know, like just to like be an ear, you know, for someone to vent and not judge, you know, but like that, I was like, that's so true, because clearly, like, I'm his wife, like I'm gonna eventually forgive him, you know, like we're gonna move on from whatever fight that is, but your friend is locking it in the vault, and you know, and now his image is being portrayed to her a certain way. Now she sees him a certain way, and it's probably not good. You know, like it's probably not good. So now she's like, I don't really like her husband.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And you want your friends to like your spouse.
Well, yeah, you know, but I mean, I think like also the video is talking about like you talking bad about me either in front of the kids. Or to the kids.
Yeah,
like
that's a part I forgot.
Yeah, like
you definitely don't want to do that. You want your kids.
Want to get your kids against
you want your
spouse?
kids to respect your spouse. I mean, this can happen a lot in divorce.
That's a disconnect in communication.
Yeah, in divorce where you both might feel a type of way about each other, but you should not pin your kids on your spouse and have your kids choose sides. That's a terrible recipe, and that could definitely destroy. I mean, I already think divorce is already destroying your family, but it's even more destructive if you talk bad about your ex-spouse to your kids. I mean, it's a terrible thing.
I mean, you're clearly trying to portray an image.
Yeah,
he's the bad one, I'm the good one.
Yeah,
you know.
So that one was mostly for the men, and this one is mostly for the ladies.
It can be really easy for a wife to slip into that criticizing role of her husband. It actually comes naturally. What we don't want is to shut our husbands down and to have them feel like they can't do anything right. Now, they may do things differently. You're a team, you both have different skill sets, and maybe it's not the way that you would have exactly done the dishwasher or done the laundry or even taken care of the kids. But say thank you. Realize that you have differences and don't be critical of your spouse.
She was literally just outlining like the moving the goalpost thing. Like she's like, you know, like basically like, okay, he did the dishes, but because he didn't do them the way you do them, like you're still not happy.
Right.
That's moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it'd be great if you did the dishes sometimes. So then he does the dishes, and then you're like, why'd you do them like that? Moving the goalposts. Like there's no way to please you. You know, like that's exactly what she was just talking about.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, yeah, and the criticism. I mean, look, when we're doing stuff for you, when husbands are doing stuff for their wives, they don't want. We're not looking for praise, okay? We're not looking for. I mean, it would be nice, but we're not looking for like you to bow down to us and be like, "Oh my God, master, you're the best."
No,
we just want to be. We just want to be appreciated, right? Just be like, "Hey, thanks for doing the dishes." Goes a long way. right? If you did the dishes, be like, thanks for doing the dishes. Long way. Thanks for bringing up the laundry. Goes a long way. Because women always, a lot of women always complain about like, oh, it's, you know, I'm doing the dishes, I'm cooking, you know, and if your spouse helps, appreciate it. Because they'll do it more. We'll do it more. Then be like, oh, well, we have to show you appreciation for you to do it more. I mean, if you're at work and your boss doesn't show appreciation for anything, are you more likely to take on extra tasks? No. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing. Like we're more likely to do it knowing that our wife will appreciate it. You know, and originally we want to do that. We want to do that for you and help take a load off of you. We want to help you. But if you're not showing appreciation, we'll be like, why are we doing it?
I mean, that goes definitely. You could make the same video like in reverse.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you know, like you should always want good for your spouse.
Right.
So like, you know, thanking them, make sure they know that they're appreciated. That goes for husband to wife, wife to husband. It, you know, like, it doesn't even matter the task, you know, like everybody wants recognition.
Right.
Everybody wants to know that, you know, what they've done has been noticed, you know, so it literally goes both ways. That was just happened to be a video of a woman, you know, saying it, you know, one way, but like it can definitely.
Well, yeah, she's talking about from the wife's point of view.
Yeah. If you're both doing that, tell me you don't have a happy marriage.
Yeah.
You're always complimenting each other. You're always raising each other up.
Yeah.
You're always putting each other up on a pedestal. Like,
and it's funny because a lot of
tell
times,
me that won't be a happy marriage.
and a lot of times sitcoms make fun of it. Like you see in the sitcom, somebody would be like, I appreciate that you did that, and I just want to show you thanks. And they make it seem like ridiculous.
I see you,
Right.
and I hear you.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's
okay.
not like that. It's just
Okay.
like, hey, thanks for doing dishes.
Yeah,
That's it.
I appreciate
Not
it.
like, hey, it means a lot to me that you did the dishes, and I just wanted you to know
There doesn't have to be
how
some
special
speech.
you are. It doesn't.
You don't
yeah.
have to have a speech.
Yeah.
You don't have a speech pre-written, ready to go.
So I think that would turn off a lot. I mean, that would turn off me. That turn me off. I'd be like, I don't want to say all that. It seems fake, right?
Yeah, scripted.
Right. So just hearing, just like, hey, thanks for doing the dishes. I'd be like, hey, no problem.
Either way,
That's it.
the wife saying it, the husband saying it, you know, like, I mean, I just texted him the other day because, I mean, if you don't know our setup, he works, I'm home. But like, I texted him the other day because he was like, oh, this job we're at, you know, it's really hard. And I just made sure that I put, you know, we all love you so much, you know, because like his work is appreciated. I can stay home because he works his butt off, and that is appreciated. I thank him all the time. All the time. I tell him I'm proud of him all the time. He's going, you know, doing classes, always bettering himself. You know, like a guy who feels uplifted is going to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, it's
True that.
true story.
All right, so I have this Reddit story here, and it's not really a Reddit story, just something I saw on Reddit, and a lot of people chimed in. And we're going to go over a few things here. So the question is, marriage counselors, what are the most common mistakes couples make? I mean, look, before we go into what people say, what do you think? What do you think are the most common mistakes that couples make?
Bringing the wrong people into their marriage, having the wrong people around them, communication.
I think communication, like not communicating properly.
Communicating.
And that's a huge
expecting
thing.
the other one to be some sort of telekinesis, like mind reading.
Right.
Like, come on, let's be real here.
I think it's for women is expecting their men to read their minds, and then for men not being very direct, not being as direct as they should be. Our kids are playing video game. I don't know if you guys can hear them.
Their doors are closed too. This is
so,
how much they get into the video games.
So one person says here, expecting one person to be everything for them. You need friends, coworkers, a support system, and hobbies. Keeps yeah, I think that's great because it is good. I mean, we definitely live our lives together, and I'm with my wife more than anybody. You know, I'm at work and then I come home, I'm with her, right? And there are things we do together. But there are things, I mean, we've talked about this before. There are things we do. I have hobbies. You know, I love mountain biking. Once in a while, I go kayaking. I go to the gym. We don't go to the gym at the same time because she goes to the gym while I'm at work. I go to the gym at night. You know, I like mountain biking, kayaking. I like going to the shooting range with some. Like, so I have these things that I do that she doesn't come with me, and it's. We can't do everything. So some people, especially when it comes to dating, right? It's like if a guy likes to go hiking, he's like, I want to date a girl that likes hiking. Okay, I mean, that would be great if you love hiking and to bring your spouse with you going hiking. But I think to have that as a factor, a huge factor, I think it would be if you marry where you guys click in so many other ways. And although she doesn't like hiking like you, she supports you in hiking. She support like, hey, you know, she'll be like, hey, I know you were eyeing this tent, you know, so I bought it for you. You wanted to go hike on a big hiking trip to Colorado, and I bought this for you. Like, if she supports you in that way, you don't have to have all the same interests.
No.
I mean, hey, if she went kayaking with me or went to mountain biking with me, yeah, I would invite her and be like, hey, that'll be fun.
You want to know what's funny is that he loves all these things that are like in the woods, and I hate the woods.
Yeah.
I hate that. You will never see me camping. I can't even.
Me neither. I won't camp.
Camping is never going to happen. But like even going on like hikes and stuff, like I'm not interested. I don't like it.
Yeah, and
he knows it. But he also has like, if he wants to go on a hike, he'll be like, he'll go ask my kids.
Yeah.
You know, like who wants to go on a hike?
And like being everything, I know when you came home from when you did work and you would come home from work, you like to say all these things that happen to work. I mean, at work, right?
Yeah.
Usually that's something you would tell your friends.
I would need to vent. Yeah.
Right. I mean, but even though I didn't mind that, but I'm just saying, like, if you had a friend that did that, or if you like to do baking classes, like and you're mad that I won't go with you.
No.
And it's like, it's not my thing. It's like me being mad that you won't go with me, or me being mad that I'm not doing all this stuff for you that you want me to do. It's like, I can't be all of that. I can't be all of that.
No, once you realize that, like, to be a couple or to get along, you don't have to have all the same interests. You just need to support each other in those interests, and just like cheer them on in those interests.
Yeah.
Then it's going to stop a lot of fights, I think, because it's like, well, how come you don't? What do you mean you don't want to go to the mall with me? Like, why won't you go to the mall? You're like, because I'd rather go on the hike I told you I was going to go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then people get like mad because like, you don't want to do this, but I want to do this. And it's like, but you don't have to. Maybe you have, like a friend who likes to go do that or whatever. You don't have to like the same things in order to be a couple. I think that's like a big misconception that like people think that like, you know, like I'm a bike rider, I need to marry a bike rider. Like, not really. I mean, is it what? Yeah, cool. If you both like riding bikes, you both got into it, you both love doing that. Absolutely. That'd be very cool. But it's like, that should not be a must.
No, and also I think if
you
like
might be missing out on like a really good relationship in all other aspects, except for the dang bike riding.
Yeah, but I think if you also feel like, why can't you be more like this?
Oh God,
yeah, that's a terrible thing to say.
That's again doing the comparison.
Right.
Why can't you be more like so and so's wife? Like, excuse me.
Because to me, it's like when you marry this person, you married them knowing how they were, and then you were in love with all that they were, and then now that you're married, you want them to be more than that. It's like, Why can't you?
Or you
like,
want them to be completely different.
Yeah, it's
Like you thought they were
no.
going to morph into this.
Oh
like,
yeah, if you're gonna
super wife.
marry somebody hoping they'll become the
Mm-hmm.
person you want them to be, terrible reason to get married.
Yeah.
All right, so another person says keeping score. Say a partnership is a team, not a competition. Whether a person
Competition.
keeps score of everything they have done or everything their partner has done, it is a death nail for the relationship. Yeah, like, oh, I do this all for you. Or like, I do this, this, and this, this, and this. You can't, because you can't.
Keeping score.
You can't keep score. You can't be like, I can't sit here and being like, I do this, 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 and this, and you only do this. Instead, you just have to be appreciative of everything they do and not look at who does more. This is the 50-50 mentality that people brings in. Talk about, oh, no couple can be 50-50. I'm sorry. You can't equally do everything. It's not about that. It's about the effort she puts in and the things she does for me and the effort that I put in and the things I do for her. It's 100. It doesn't matter if I'm doing more than her or she's doing more than me. If we put 100% in what we're doing for each other, or strive to do 100% for what we do for each other, that's what's important. And you can't, when you keep score, you both lose. Both lose.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
heard
matter.
like the most ridiculous video the other day of two people arguing, a man and a woman, saying, I'm the prize. No, men are the prize in the relationship, not women. And then oh, well, I disagree. Women are the prize in the relationship, not men, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, first off, what a ridiculous argument to even have. And then I started thinking about like, what if like actual married couples think like this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the prize, she's not, or like she thinks she's the prize and he's not. First off, why? Okay, so then why would you marry? You're up here and you married somebody down here?
Yeah.
Because you're the prize and they're down here. But then second off, like, why are you competing? Why are you competing with your spouse for who is better and who is not? And why would you want to constantly be telling your spouse that they are less than?
Right.
You're less than me. I'm the prize.
Right.
Here's why. Like, horrible poison in your marriage
Right.
to be thinking like that. Like, to even have the mindset, you're sitting in this marriage and the guy just thinks that, like, I'm the prize.
Right, because
I'm the prize.
It's the team.
That's going to reflect onto your entire marriage, and it's just going to be a poison in your whole marriage. It's going to hold your marriage back from a lot of things.
It is.
You
It
know?
is. It is. It definitely
I'm the
is.
prize. No, I'm
mean,
the
there's
prize.
so many things.
I'm like,
there's so many things you'll be able to experience that you can't when you have that mentality. And I mean, that's just a red pill and feminist arguing
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah,
the
it's
feminists saying
it's
they're
the
the
male
prize,
feminist and the female
red
feminist.
Well, yeah. Well, the male feminist opposite of feminist is the red pill.
Red pill.
So it's like the red pill. It's the feminist saying they're the prize, and the red pill saying they're the prize.
and then
and it's
arguing
just-
back and forth.
The red pill cannot exist with feminists, and the feminists can't not exist with red pill.
Yeah, they're like oil and water.
Yeah, and both give a lot of bad advice. Both.
I mean, and then you even said the relationship is the prize. There's no one person that's more important in the relationship. You know, you're not equal. Like we were just saying, you cannot be completely equal in a relationship, but you are equally important.
Right.
You're both the prize.
Right.
The relationship is the prize.
Right. We both
What
can't
you
leave
have-
this family.
What you have built together is the prize.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
having a long relationship, like seeing an old couple in their 80s
prize.
and seeing their kids, their grandkids, and grandkids, and this legacy they built. That's the prize right
That's
there.
the prize.
You know, they're both each other's prize. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, most men who is in love with their wives will say, hey, you know, I'm lucky. I got the prize, right? It's just like, that's just how they feel.
Mm-hmm. They're
but if a woman enters a relationship with that mentality, or a man enters a relationship with that mentality, it's not going to last. It's not going to
Yeah,
last. So I'll go, there's one more here. It says not listening. Most people listen to respond and don't listen to hear. That is so. That's so true.
Yep.
You have to
on
listen.
the defense right away.
Right.
On the defense
Like
right
I
away.
said, like I said earlier, our defense be like, no, I didn't say that. I never said that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You're being ridiculous.
That is like stored up and ready to get thrown at like they have that ready because they're like constantly on like fight or flight mode.
Right.
You know, like I'm on I have to defend myself.
And
I have
that's
to defend myself.
And that's something. I mean, even us, we have to work on that. There's no way we're always going to be perfect on this because we're humans. We're automatically going to be defensive. So that's something. But that is a tool that we've learned that we try to implement. We just want to share that with you guys. It is better because even though you want to be on the defense, you have to be like, I have to listen to what she's saying. I have to listen to what she's saying.
It's hard to hear someone say something and use that to like look inward.
Yeah.
Instead of automatically throwing it back.
Right.
It's so much harder to be like, well, wait a second. Do I do that? I think I might do. Let me hold on. You know, like to actually find blame in yourself that you might be the problem, that maybe you did something wrong. It's so easy to go on the defensive. You know?
We used to go.
It's very hard to look inward.
Yeah, we used to go to a church where the pastor and wife had some issues, and the pastor's wife didn't think she was the problem. She was like, I'm not the problem. I mean,
that's a problem.
Yeah, it's really not a good way to look at your marriage. It really isn't, to just say your spouse is the problem and not you. And they're pastors.
It's
just not. It's not a good look at all.
There's no way. Like, if there is a problem in the marriage, it's both are probably playing some sort of part in that problem becoming a problem.
Right.
You know, like both are probably playing some sort of part in the problem in some fashion, in some way, you know? So that's what talking it out does.
Right.
You know, you dig deeper and then you figure out, well, he did this because, you know, like he feels like this, you did this last time, so then he did that, and like you wouldn't know that unless you speak to each other.
Yeah, I think most women would think that they're not the problem because they express their problems a lot more than men. Men are less likely to express their problems because
like we put it all on the table. We're like, it's not me. I already put it on the table.
Right. Or men are less likely to do that because we just don't want to, because we are afraid that we're gonna be put down for it or made fun of or having it used as a weapon
or be called controlling.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Right.
Men are always like, I feel like I can't say it because then I feel like I'm gonna.
Yeah. If you're at a party, if like say you go out with your wife all the time and your wife like is a little handsy with other men, she's just naturally touching as she talks. She dresses provocatively. And the man wants to say that, look, when you do that, it makes me feel a type of way. I don't want you dressing like that. I don't want you always touching a man on his shoulder every time you talk to him. She's going to throw men feel that it's going to be thrown in their face and they're going to be called controlling. So a lot of times
or
men
insecure, like, because of your insecurities.
Right. So a lot of times men don't say that. And then the red pill is teaching men to never open up because the red pill believes most women will throw it in their face. Are there women that would do that? Yes.
Find the right woman that won't.
Most women? No, I don't think it's most women. There are some good women out there that will understand how you feel, respect how you feel, right? And not ever throw it back in your face.
Yeah.
Because they care about you and they don't want you to feel that way. And they want to do whatever they can to help you not feel that way. You know, if you tell if she tries not, if she starts dressing differently for you and clothes that is still nice that she likes, but not as provocative, and when she's talking to a man, she's not touching his shoulder. You know, that's huge for a man. But you know, a lot of times, but men are taught that they will be called controlling if they say anything. So they stay quiet. And then the wife has problems. He won't say anything. And then she gets the divorce. She wants a divorce. He's blindsided. He wants to work on things. She says it's too late.
It all connects.
Yeah.
And I
It's-
think,
it's terrible.
What was I going to say? I got something in my eye right when I was going to say that. I don't know. Go ahead.
All right. I think we'll end it there.
I lost it now.
I think we'll end it there. So
What time is it?
yeah.
Oh, my watch died.
yeah, I gotta get ready to go to the gym, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell and the like button. All right, and also follow us on Instagram and on TikTok, and then follow us on our joint page on Instagram as well. So like, comment, let us know what you think. Are there any other things that you guys think in a relationship that is bad, or is anything that you've gone through in a relationship that you think is bad? Or any triggers? Just let us know in the comments. We'd appreciate it. So yeah, until next time, we'll see you.
Peace.
Peace.